All right, so keeping your band close by because we'll use that in the first part of the session as well in our abdominals. All right, starting on our backs, guys. I'm going to start by activating that T-zone. So we're going to draw up through that pelvic floor, tightening those lower abdominals. Ribs are drawn down and in, shoulder blades drawn back and down. So I've got a neutral spine. We're just going to start with our leg slides. So inhaling first, exhale as we take the leg out. Inhale as we draw it back in. So I'm just trying to focus on keeping those ribs drawn down. And when you're ready, we can go into the lift and extend. So just lifting up and then extending and draw it back in. Exhale as we take it out. Inhale as we draw it back in. Have a feel for that activation. Just about a centimetre in from those bony bits up on your hips. Especially when you're taking that leg out, we've got to be careful not to overarch from that back. Three, two, one more each side, and one. Good. Grabbing the band, guys. Swapping it around the foot. Whoops. All right, so we're going to go into our leg circles. So inhaling first, I'm going to draw the leg down the centre, out and around, out to the side. So exhaling as we come down, inhale as we draw the leg back up. Just make sure that other knee is going up towards the ceiling, directly up towards the ceiling. Don't let it fall out to the side. All right, you've got to keep that T-zone on. Now you can advance it and not use the band. I just feel I get better control of just keeping that thigh bone connected to the hip joint, yeah? Less clunking and clicking. All right, out to the side now, guys. We're going circling around the other way. So out to the side, coming up the centre. Out to the side, up the centre. So really focus on keeping that T-zone on, just to stop too much rocking through the hips. Out to the side, drawing up the centre. Three more circles, and then we're going to swap legs. Really draw that thigh bone back into the hip joint. All right, swapping legs. When you're ready, inhale first, tighten through that T-zone, draw those ribs down and in. We're going to come down, out to the side, and up. Inhale as we're coming down, exhale as we draw it out to the side and draw it up. Remember that other knee going directly up towards the ceiling. Good. Think about drawing that thigh bone into the hip, especially if you've got some clicking. And let's circle out now. So we're going out to the side, inhale, circle up the centre, exhale as you're coming up. Good, good. Few more. Make sure there's no rocking through the hips. Keep that T-zone on. Last one. And placing the band to the side, guys. We'll come back to that in a minute. All right, let's come up into tabletop position. So we're going to imprint the spine, come up into tabletop, holding in that position. So we're going to alternate between two exercises, our toe taps and then our bites. So coming down for toe taps. So to make it a bit harder, you can tap further away from the body. A little bit easier, tap it nice and close to the bottom. Keep that spine imprinted, T-zones on. And 3, 2, 1, stay in tabletop, guys, curling up, shoulders drawn back and down. All right, taking one leg out, then draw it back in. Exhale as we take it out, inhale as we draw it back in. Now, if you struggle with these ones a little bit, just go into our single leg stretch. So just drawing that knee in, exhale as you take the leg out. Otherwise, stay with our bites. 3, 2, and last one. All right, back to toe taps, guys, coming down, rest it there and tap down. So keep that spine imprinted. Really focus on trying to draw those ribs down and flatten out those abdominals. Keep those shoulders drawn down and back. Especially when we're starting to strain to hold the abdominals in, we'll find that the shoulders will start to raise up towards the ears, so bring them down. All right, curling back up again, back into our bites, and off we go. So single leg stretch if you're struggling with these ones. So that's just drawing the knee in and swap. Just supports the lower back a little bit more. Otherwise, stay with these ones. If the neck's getting a little bit sore, just place the hand behind the neck to support it. Otherwise, bring the head down. We've got one more set of each to do. 3, 2, 1. All right, coming back down, staying in tabletop. So if you feel like you've lost position, just pop the feet down, reposition, then come back up into tabletop. Toe taps, guys, off we go. So to make it a bit harder, you can take the legs out a bit further, away from the bottom. Very good. Holding it there. And 3, 2, 1 each side. All right, drawing it up, guys, back into our bikes or single leg stretch. Off we go. So really focus on not arching through that back when you take the legs out. I'm exhaling as I take it out. Inhale as I draw it back in. Straightening that leg and pointing through that toe as you extend out. Nearly there. 3, 2, last one each side. And come down for a little rest, guys. All right, just while you've got a quick little rest, we're going into our nut cracker. All right, so that'll start in tabletop position again as well. I'll just go through and show you again. So arms overhead. We're just going to curl up as you're taking up. The legs are going out, reaching between the thighs, back together and curling back down. Now, if you can't bring the legs up, that's fine. As you curl up, I just want you to open up the thighs, keep the heels together. All right. So imprint that spine, tabletop position, starting with hands overhead. Inhale first. We're going to exhale as we come up. Take the legs apart and back down. I really focus on keeping that chin tucked in, reaching between the thighs, flattening out those abdominals as you're coming up. Think about bringing those ribs down and in. Exhale as you curl, imprint that spine even more as you take the legs out. One more, and we're going to come up and hold. Hold there and little pulses. Good, and coming back to them again. If you need to come down for a rest, just place those feet down, curling up. So remember, you can just open the thighs, keep the heels together. It's all still exactly the same, it's just the legs aren't going up in the air. Nice and controlled. Exhale as we come up, inhale as we're coming back down. It's like an ab curl to start with. So you're just curling up. Imprinting that spine even more as you come between the legs, holding up there, and let's pulse again. 3, 2, 1. All right, we've got one more set, guys. Come down for a quick little rest. Reposition, imprint the spine up into tabletop. When you're ready, off we go. 10 of these, guys, and then for a pulse. Exhale as we come up. Inhale as we're coming down. So I'm really focused on flattening out those abdominals as I curl up. Ribs to hips. Yeah, we want 10 of these. I've got 3 to go. Then come up for a pulse. Imprint that spine, then pulse. And release, guys, coming down. Nice work. Hold it there. I'm going to take one top off. Just getting warm with the heater on. All right. Last little one for the abdominals. We're going into our oblique crunches. So it's an ab curl, but coming up and across the body. So coming up overhead, we're coming across and down. So I want you to think about drawing the rib to opposite hip. I'm reaching around towards the heels. Squeeze those abdominals. Ten more, guys. Really focus on the ribs coming down and flattening, and then reach around. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest, guys. Good job. Little reach up over top. All right, we're going straight into arms next, before arms and shoulder blades, before we go into our glute work. So I'm going to get you to come over onto your tummy. So we're going to start with our scapula, our shoulder blades, getting them fired up. So thumbs tucked under. I'm drawing those abdominals up, slightly up off the mat. All right, pulling those shoulder blades down the back. So we're just going to start with lifting the arms up and releasing. So as you're lifting those arms up, you're actually squeezing the shoulder blades. So I'm squeezing the shoulder blades together and then releasing. Now you've still got to be careful that you're not just squeezing and the shoulders are coming up towards your ears. They need to stay away from your ears as you're squeezing. So I'm actually trying to draw the shoulder blades down the back. So really focus that movement's coming from the shoulder blades, yeah? Squeezing back and down. Four more, guys. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Good. All right, taking the arms out in front. Thumb tucked under, draw those abdominals up off the mat. Let's go into our Superman. So opposite leg to opposite arm. So coming up and lower. Squeeze and lift. It's not a big movement. I actually tighten through the glutes first before I'm actually lifting up. Try not to arch with that back too much, which is why you need to push the pubic bone into the mat. Turn those abdominals on. 3, 2, last one. All right, holding there, guys, taking the arms down by the side. We're going to go up into our Pilates, which is our triceps. Shoulders drawn back and down, lifting that chest up slightly. Arms reach behind. All right, let's rotate back and forth. Now just focus on when you're rotating, I want you to try and reach down through your fingertips towards the toes. You're trying to touch your toes. Of course you won't, but we're reaching down towards the toes. Squeeze and tighten. Make sure those elbows are locked. If we bend through the elbows, you're not going to work the triceps as much. Still squeezing those shoulder blades back and down. Don't forget to breathe. So I sort of count in for 3, out for 3. Keep those elbows locked. Keep it going, nearly there. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Rotate and relax, guys. All right. So standing up, guys, or staying on your knees. I'm going to stay down so you can all see me. I'm actually just going to flip this video slightly so there's a bit more view. We're not cutting off my head. All right. So shoulders are drawn back and down, pulling them away from the ears. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Just holding onto the band, elbows locked in. We're just going to open up and release. So you're squeezing those shoulder blades as you're opening. Working the rotor cuff muscles. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Good, good. Squeeze and open. Keep those elbows locked in. 3, 2, last one. All right. So going in to draw a short sword. So my head's cut off, sorry a little bit, guys. So I just want you to hold the band down here. And then the other one, it's going to be a little bit loose because we're going to be working the shoulders, all right? So we're just going to be drawing up with the elbow, taking it out to the side, bend that elbow, then draw it back down. Drawing up, lead with that elbow, take it out, and come back down. So if you've got it too tight, you're going to really struggle on this one. You might just need to loosen it off a bit. If you can't take that arm out, just come up and draw the sword up and release. You will need the band a bit tighter if you're doing that one though. So up and out. Good, good. 2 more. And good. All right, swapping sides, guys. So drawing up, take it out, bend at the elbow, then draw it back down. Taking it out. Good, good. Nearly there. So lead with the elbow, take it straight out. So I want you to sort of lock those shoulder blades in position, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. And 3, 2, last one. Good. All right. Stay on the knees, guys, or up on your feet, up to you. I'm just coming down lower for you guys. So we're going to do our lat pull downs. Again, that movement's coming from the shoulder blades. So I want you to draw the shoulder blades down the back. So coming down and up. Exhale as you draw those shoulder blades down the back. Pulling them down and up. So focus on it being more the shoulder blades, not the actual arms. Squeeze those shoulder blades, then release. Nearly there. 5 more. Squeeze and release. Squeeze those shoulder blades down the back. 2 more. Then we get to do some glutes. And release, guys. Good job. All right. Placing the bands to the side. We won't need them for these glutes. So we're doing some work with pelvic lifts and kneeling glutes. All right. So we're going to start with our pelvic lifts, then we're going to do some single leg pelvic lifts, and then we'll go over onto our kneeling glutes, okay? All right, so inhale first. I want you to tighten through the T-zone. Draw up through that pelvic floor, yeah? We're going to squeeze and activate the glutes first, and we're just going to curl up and lower. Curl up and lower. Now, I don't want you to let that bum rest down on the mat for too long. Drawing down, then squeeze straight back up. So as I'm curling up, I'm tilting that pubic bone up towards the ribs, flattening out the ribs at the same time. Keep those hips nice and level. Good, good. Squeeze and lift. All right, next one, guys. I want you to come up, holding there, taking one leg out, and drop down and lift. So we're not coming all the way down. Now, if you struggle keeping that leg straight, you can just bend it. Squeeze and tighten that glute as you're lifting, yeah? So the leg that foot is on the mat, that's the glute that you're really firing up and working. Keep the hips nice and level, don't let it drop. 3, 2, 1, and release, guys. All right, come in for 10 pelvic lifts for me, both double leg, up we go. Then we'll swap sides. Keep those ribs down and flattened, hips nice and level. Good, all right. Coming up, guys, holding up. Take the other leg out this time, and down and squeeze up. Then we can bend the knee if you want. Just make sure those hips are staying level. 3, 2, last one. All right, coming up, guys, we're going to do last 10 of the pelvic lifts. Off we go. Now, if you want to work more the hamstrings, bring those toes up off the floor, push the weight through the heels. And we're going to go for 2 more, guys. Really squeeze those glutes. And release. Good job. All right. Let's come over onto our hands and knees. We're going to do our kneeling series. Lots of them here. All right. So we've got a few little exercises we're going to do here with the rest in between. We're going to go each side. So I'm going to start with my right leg. We want to just make sure that we're drawing that chest up into the spine, yeah? No collapsing and arching through the back. So draw those ribs up and in. Keep those abdominals turned on. All right, we're going to put the weight through one knee. Lift that other leg up. We're going to take it out and in. I'm going to come forward. I need a bit more room. Now just be careful. You don't want to be swinging. We're just extending the leg out. Keep those abdominals on, then draw the knee back in. You want 90% of that weight going through that knee. All right, take that leg out. I want you to hold it there, straight. Keep those abdominals turned on and little pulses. Bend that knee, guys. Flex that foot. Push up towards the ceiling. Hold it there. All right, straighten it back out and pulse again. Squeeze and tighten those glutes. All right, bring it in for 5 for me and extend out. Squeeze that bottom. You want the glute, or your bottom, doing the work. All right, coming there, holding it there. Now we're going to take the leg out to the side. Squeezing out and in. These are called fire hydrants. I'm going to try and keep those hips nice and level. You might only get to about there. That's okay. Just make sure you're squeezing those glutes as you take it out. Don't forget to breathe. All right, last one, guys. Have a little rest before we go into the last one. Take that leg straight back out in line with the body. I want you to keep that thigh in a straight line. We're at a 90 degrees, yeah? We're just going to bend and extend. Bend, bring the heel towards the bum and extend. So we're doing some leg curls. Careful that as you bring it in, the knee doesn't drop. It's got to be lifted up. Keep that thigh lifted. Squeeze that bottom. Bring the heel towards the bum. 3, 2, last one. Good. All right. Let's swap sides. I'll turn this way. All right. So in position first, guys. Remember, no arching through the back. It means the abdominals are turning off. So draw those abdominals up and in. Bring that chest up into the spine. 90% of weight between over your knee. Okay. All right. Let's go. Extend out and in. Very good. All right, hold it up there, guys. Little pulses. Pulse it there. Just coming in a little bit more. Good, good. All right, bend at the knee, flex the foot, and squeeze up. Good, straighten again, hold it there. I squeeze that bottom, then pulse. Just a pulse towards the ceiling. And drawing in, guys, and extend out. Squeeze that bottom, draw it in, then extend. And out to the side. Try and make sure you're keeping those hips level. We don't want to be tilting to the side as we do it, dipping. Abdominals on. Remember to keep 90% of that weight through the knee. Squeezing and tightening that bottom. All right, bring it down, guys. Reposition. Take that leg straight out. All right, let's go into that leg curl. So bring it up and extend. Bring that heel towards the bottom. Keep that thigh lifted. Notice that thigh's not dropping at all. We're just bending at the knee. Bring that heel to the bottom. 3. My other one's actually burning at the moment. I think it's trying to stabilize me. And release, guys. Coming down, stretching out. Good, good. All right. So, coming back down onto the mat, guys, we've got some more glutes to do still. Now, if you do have a foam roller there, you're welcome to grab your foam roller. I do find this exercise a little bit easier with the foam roller. So if you do have one, grab one. Oh, good work, Leanne, you've got one. I think, I don't think mine's there. Mine's in the lounge room. So if you want, you'll be placing the roller just across. And it'll be sitting across your hips. Now, if you don't have a roller with you, you don't need one. Everyone's different, but you can even just use a towel and roll it up a little bit. It just takes a little bit of pressure off the hips, but it helps tilt them into a better position. All right, so we want to tuck that bum under, draw those abdominals up off the mat. All right, so if you're on a roller, you'll come up on the elbows. If you don't have a roller, just coming down onto the mat. All right, so let's go. Drawing those legs up, we're going to go for little kicks, little freestyle kicks. I'm just going to take my towel out. So remember, if you're up on the roller, you'll be up on the elbows. Keep those elbows under the chest. Otherwise, if you're like me, just relax down, keep that head facing down, squeeze that bottom nice and tight. Toes are pointed. All right, let's go into breaststroke. So flex those feet, turn them out, and squeeze those inner thighs together. Knocking the heels together. Hold there. Really squeezing and tightening that bottom. Rotate it back around. Point those toes and little kicks. Off we go. Squeeze that bottom. Really squeeze it. Three, two, one. Turn them out again. Breaststroke legs, so flex them. Squeeze and pulse those heels together. Squeeze that bum. Good, good. All right, last set. We're going to do one more set. Off we go. Little kicks. Hold it there. Point those toes. Straighten those legs. 3, 2, 1. Flex them. Turn them out. Go into our breaststroke. Keep those abdominals turned on. Squeeze those glutes. Hold it there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release, guys. Good, good. Come back for a stretch into that bottom again. All right. So, just to finish off today, guys, I'm going to do a little bit of planking. That's a bit exciting. All right. So, if you've got a roller, you can keep your roller. You can even do some planking with the roller. Otherwise, I'm going to advance it for some of you, and we're going to do some side planking as well with the hip raises. So to start off with, guys, planking, I want you to sort of come up for 10, 20-second holds, 3 or 4 sets. All right, so we're just coming up, holding there. And then if you need to rest, come down. Now, if you can't do it on the toes, that's fine. I want you to do it on the knees. You're still drawing that belly button into the spine. And then you could even just come up to the toes for 5 seconds and then come back down if you need to. Then coming back up. So just make sure that you're pulling that, drawing that chest up into the spine. You don't want to be winging through the shoulder blades. All right, so keep staying with the plank, guys. Those who want to advance it a little bit, you can do our side plank hip raises. So just elbow underneath the shoulder joint. You're just going to come up, drop the hip down, squeeze and lift. I want 10 each side, guys, then finish with the plank. So lift those hips up. So you're shortening those side obliques as you're lifting up. Otherwise, stay with the planks, guys, and keep alternating between those. Now you can make them a little bit easier, and you just do it with the knees, yeah? So you're coming up and down. 10 each side, guys. And then into a plank hold when you're done. So either up on the knees or up on the toes. Shorten those sides as you're lifting. Use that hand if you need to for a bit more support. And once you're done, I want you to come over and just come up into our plank hold. Good, good. Holding there, holding there. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest, guys. Come down. Rest, rest. Nice work. All right. Just going into a hamstring stretch, guys. Now, if you've got your ring, you can grab your ring. You might find you'll get into a better stretch with your ring. If not, you can do it without your ring and just hold the leg. Good, good. Now, if you're using the ring, guys, just take the leg out to the side, either side for about 5 seconds. Cross the body. Good, swapping legs when you're done, that side. Take the leg out to the side. Good, then across the body. Work, guys, come into a bit of a glute stretch. Then other side. Good, good. Come up for the hip flexors. Nearly done. Really stretch through the front of the thigh there. So push that hip forward. Swap legs. All right, rolling up, guys. Good, slowly roll up. I'm just bending down so you can see me still. And then just give those arms a stretch. Well done, guys. Good job. Good job. So, just a reminder for next week, I've got Jenny running the class. So make sure you bring your little ball along. I'll ask her to do some options in case you don't have a ball, but I think you'll really enjoy it. So I'll send out a little picture just of the size of the ball of my one so you can see what it looks like. I think they came with the straw, I believe. I couldn't see them in the package though. So see how you go anyway. All right. Well done, guys.